Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity and practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day.
Okay, so welcome back to Reframe Mindset Podcast. My name is Colin Smith Brooks, and this episode is going to be a testimony. Yeah, talking about how good God is. Good God, how good, how great God is. God saved me recently, and I have to thank Him on the podcast while also trying to make some money from the experience. Yeah, but before we go into it, I have to just say kind of clear up my relationship with God. So if you understand, if you listen to a lot of the episodes and thing, you realize that I am a biochemist or a scientist by nature, you know, and it's not that I don't believe in God or anything, but science is a more um proof based field. So doing science it is more about experimenting and hypothesis and hypothesis and proving the hypothesis and stuff like that. But since left school and I thought I finished with tests, doing tests and exam and all these things, God has been testing me over and over, putting me in some very real situation and then bringing me out just to show me that yeah, He is God and thing like that. And I don't have a problem with that. It's just that when you say, okay, I was put on this earth for science, and now you want me to come and you know um promote your religion and stuff like that. It's a weird dilemma, but I can say that God is real, and God has been helping me in this what has been this new phase out of school, the real world. Mm. Yeah, so and I think this episode will kind of show you how real God is, how real. Yeah, so boom, I'm at this new place now, and the problem that I have, well, is the bathroom door. So the bathroom door doesn't is not the knob hasn't is broken. It doesn't have a place where you can put in a key to lock it or something to turn it to lock the door. So that's what so it just close and open. Anybody can open it because there's no way to lock it. So boom. Recently I went into the bathroom one time and closed the bathroom and I used it. And when I was coming out, I couldn't open the door. The door was stuck. And I was like, damn, bro. It was in the night. I was like, damn, bro. And I literally couldn't open the door. I thought I was going to be stuck in the bathroom. I'm like, shit. I'm like, wow, bro. What a way to die. What a way to die after going through so much in 2020, Corona, all these things. And I'm going to die from being stuck in a bathroom. I was like, damn, bro. You know? So I was out there trying to just unlock it, twisting and turning, and the door makes out and nice. And then my uncle came out and said, "What happened?" I'm telling you, the door stuck. And good enough, he's a hands on man. He does welding and stuff like that. So knows a lot about these stuff. So I get his tools and open and then kind of open up the knob and then eventually open up the door for me and stuff like that. And like cursing me saying, I threw me, I closed the door hard and stuff like that. You know what? The door was defective from I came here. So, keeps, that's it, just keeps on blaming me for t- problems that have been already here. So after that experience, now I was trying to say I have to use the bathroom. I can't not use the bathroom and stuff like that. So I had to keep the door open, like you know when I use it, so it doesn't lock again and stuff like that. And that was going well for a couple of days and stuff until and until yesterday. So yesterday, I actually um went to the bathroom to bathe and stuff like that. I was bathing and listening to some music and I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone and thing with my phone in my room in the bathroom as well. And then when I finished, dried up and ready to come out of the bathroom, realized that the door was locked. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, wow. The door actually locked. I was like, shit. And this time my uncle wasn't here. I was like, yo, this is tragic. This is tragic. And I was out here just trying to. Uh, I never wasn't sad because I was strong enough to know that okay, it's a possibility that this is how I'm going to go out. I'm going to die this way. So I was like, yeah, so I was prepared for it. But in the bathroom, I was sweating. I just finished bathing and I was sweating like a pig due to how the place I'm in the closed place. I was like, oh my gosh, and I can't open the door. I was trying to find different ways to find some things to actually go and actually push the latch because it's the latch that won't spin. It's not the knob that is broken. It's the latch that is stuck open, so you can't really turn it. When you turn the knob, the latch won't go in, and so that's the problem. And none of it is not working. I'm like, yo. So I was like, yo. And there's this app on my phone that I always use every day. It's called the Daily Bread or Daily Bread. Yeah, so realizing that, there's no way out. I said, it only makes sense because I listen to the Daily Bread in the morning, and it had a message that God is powerful. So the thing I said, okay, I'm stuck here now. So I just listened to the message again, and then say, yeah. And then I was stuck. I was like, damn, bro. I said, God, it's time to show your thing. It's like, you always show me, you do it in your Bible, you show me. I read about the theory of your power in the Bible and stuff like that. It's time to show me now. You said they are powerful and thing, but it's time to show me now because niggas, I'm about to die. You see me? So I was just there and I was like trying to open the door after I was like, I said it out of the last thing I was going to say, and I was trying. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's not going to work." Then I said, "Okay, it's time to just push down the door, push down the door because that's the only option." So I was just pushing, and it's kind of like a board door, so it was opening. So my mind was, it looks like the door is going to break, but you have to just do what you have to do. Lucky enough, when I push the door harder and harder, it's not the door that break, it's the latch that actually broke off. So the door is pretty good now. I can open it and close it, and the latch is just the latch that came off. And it was like at that moment I was like, yeah, God, you're powerful, man. You're powerful. We can't you can't deny it. He break the right thing. The right thing broke off with no everything perfectly in place, and it's just One of those things where I say, okay, you can't deny the power of God, But it's weird now in these days when I live in a pretty religious country. So I've been outnumbered. And my thing was just me trying to get science relevant in the country, That's my goal. So what I've been doing is more to get science relevant in the country, but we're a pretty religious country, and so you can't just really deny God, and and God is not something to be denied. If I think if you have any common sense or sense, you should know that God's real. If you deny God, it's it's it deny saying that there's not a higher being is a really big drop to your intelligence, because there's a lot of things that you miss out on life by just denying that fact. That's a lot of things, because things like witchcraft and stuff like that, those are used due to, if you believe, at least believe in all those stuff, witchcraft and those stuff, are certain stuff is as a result of the some most time due to the Bible and stuff like that. So it's one of those weird thing where it's a character flaw if you kind of deny God, and I was a person. Is that I don't deny. I've I'm a university graduate and I learned stuff, so my knowledge was enough to help. But this Corona situation has been God way of testing, God way of trying to impose his authority on me and saying, yeah, me, I'm number one, and you're number two. That's my thing about it, because this whole Corona thing could be didn't have to get this far, but I think he just got drawing it out just to say, yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one. And until you say I'm number one, it's going to go on forever. Mm. So that's my little rant, but I think it's that experience kind of put God up more. And it's like, yo, legit, he saved me, bro. Mm. So that's it for this episode, and yo, and look forward for the next episode.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/CSSB/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
Update episode, So if you have listened to the podcast and support from when, you know that one of the goals that I had was get starting a let's play, YouTube, putting some videos up on my YouTube channel. And it was one of those things that I had as a goal, but I never. It was one of them ones where I said, "Oh, if it happened, it would be good," but I never have a full picture of how it would go, how it would manifest. But we're here now, and it's actually manifested, So thanks to one of my previous guests, which was Danaski Foster, which I will put a link to his interview episode below. He done a great video intro, great